Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Mute yourself out, Davio. 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 Shalom, shalom. Mute yourself out. Shalom, shalom. Mute yourself out. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Let's see. Hear this sound gone. So like it. That sound. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Hakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, of great millstone, rule well, and great example to his younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Lord, willing this edifying lesson. And this basically just a read to the video the Elder Watazop made, and a couple the apostle to her made a read to it. The Elder Amalunga boy, a few men at GMS made a read to this video, and edifying lessons. And these things are gonna eventually happen. We're gonna play the beginning of Elder Watazop video and to the point, to the lady start speaking, because America will soon be a horror house. I just put and put my own title on it, House of Horrors, because that's what America finna become. But his video, America will be, Babylon, aka America, will become a gigantic horror house. He said a gigantic, uh, man, horror house or something like that. Not horror house, horror house. Uh, he said some gigantic, what is it called when you walk through the scare houses,
Haunted house.
Halloween. Yeah, yeah. America will become a gigantic haunted house. That's what he said. And that's what's soon to come to this wicked ass kingdom. You know, from apparitions to teeth out beasts to pestilence to uh, chaos in the streets to rape, robbery, murder. All manners of evil is coming here. So you guessed it, Babylon the Great, America. You know, and we're gonna play the beginning of this video to stir up the spirit, and since I got a few precepts, but how Rakazada Rakakodash be sent, and we may have more. But you can play it out, and we'll just see where the spirit goes.
All right, hey,
The
shalom,
Lord willing is
shalom.
edifying.
Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth, who are in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. To you and to you only, I say Shalom, and may Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai continue to rain down grace and mercy upon you and your household. Uh, this video shouldn't be too long. dealing with the Israelite woman. As you can see, I have this video queued up. And she put here on her video, when shit hits the fan,
Is it
I'm gonna
lagging
need
on
a
your
man.
end?
All right, and she's
For
gonna explain why. And
is it lagging on y'all end? Am I just tripping?
It is.
Not started over, but rewind it back to the beginning and see if it still do it like, see if it just need time to load. Cause it kind of
all
just
right,
like
hey,
break it,
shalom,
choppy.
shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham,
Me,
Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth, who are in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. To you and to you
that's
only, I
much
say
stuff.
shalom, and may Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai continue to rain down grace and mercy upon you and your household. This video shouldn't be too long. Dealing with the Israelite woman. As you can see, I have this video queued up. And she put here on her video, when shit hits the fan, I'm gonna need a man. All right, and she's gonna explain why. And we've been telling you this, all right? All that independent power, woman power, all that is getting ready to go out the door. All right. And this is a woman explaining why. And it was in a setting to where you're supposed to be having fun. All right. And I'm gonna entitle this video Babylon, aka America, will be one gigantic haunted house. All right. Babylon, aka America, will be one gigantic haunted house. All right. And we're gonna get the scriptures to prove it. But first, let's listen to this woman here explain why when shit hits the fan, she's gonna need a man.
Receive a lot of backlash for this shit, but so I may receive a lot of backlash for this shit, but being honest, it's the honest to God truth, and sad that I gotta say this shit, but ladies, when shit hits the fan, or you're gonna need a man. It is inevitable that you're gonna need one. Y'all peep this shit. So the only reason why I say when shit hits the fan, we're gonna need a man. The reason why I say that is because I went to a lot of haunted houses this year, and each and every time I went to a haunted house with me and my my best friend Brianna, every time we went to a haunted house, we noticed that in a scary situation, men are more logical thinkers than women, and that's just me being real. Because when we first started hitting up haunted houses, we started to notice girls act on emotions. We act on being scared. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the men, they'll be like, okay, I know that this is scary, but let's logically think this shit through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because each and every haunted house I have been to, like, let's say if I was in the front, I will always have a man come in front of me. Like, perfect example, when I went to that one that had the 3 floors and shit like that, if it was not for that man being in front of me, I wouldn't have had noticed that there was a damn cliff right there. There was a cliff. There was nothing there. If I would have kept going, my drunk ass would have just kept going. I would have failed. Like, first of all, why the fuck is that even in the goddamn attraction? But anyway, but like, yeah, men are logical thinkers. So that's why I started thinking, you know, if women are not logical thinkers just going through haunted houses, how are we going to react when shit hits the fan for real, for real? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, now this is just me speaking from myself and me speaking from my experience. And my best friend Brianna, we both agreed on this shit. I don't know if other women is gonna agree to it. If some of y'all are badasses and y'all logical thinkers just like me, you heard me. Not my black ass. I'm gonna need a man. Okay. Because I am not a logical thinker when I'm scared. When I'm scared, bitch, I'm running. And that's only because of the fact, like, because we went to one haunted house and it was a maze. And it was a group of girls. Had it been a man in that group, we would have made it through that maze. We would have made it through the whole 30 minutes of that bitch. But because it was a group of girls, we got scared, we acted on emotions, we ran to the other side, and then we thinking that, oh, it's a good area, come to find out it's the damn exit. So with that being said, I don't know. When shit hits the fan, to all you strong women, be strong. Me, I don't need a man.
Yeah, you heard it. Let's look at these comments a little bit. All right. Look at somebody over here. Hey, this word is out there. Somebody over here put Isaiah 4:1. Let me see what the reply is. That look like somebody that know that they're Israelite. Isaiah 4:1, man. And you got certain women agreeing. You damn right. We need our men. They are true protectors designed to provide. Whoa. Another woman, yes, I'm going to need a few good men. No, you only get one. Ain't no few.
Bitch. You can call it out. That's pretty much
energy.
Yeah, that's pretty much the point, you know. And like she was saying, she gonna need a man when all hell breaks loose. But the simple fact, the reason I want to get it because the fact that she know, okay, like the scripture say, the prudent man foreseeth. Somebody can find that prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide of himself. Okay, you know that all hell gonna break loose. You know how you even know what all hell breaking loose is if you're not, you know, somewhat listening. Everybody know about the Hebrew Israelites. Everybody that heard the message that we teach. You know that all hell gonna break loose in America. You know what I'm saying? That this bitch gonna go up in the chaos. You know, the point being is she know all hell gonna break loose, but she thinks she gonna just pop up a magic, you know, a goddamn magically pop up a man in her life when all hell breaks loose. Is the point I'm trying to get at. You know all hell gonna break loose. Why you ain't trying to get a man now? Why you ain't doing the things to please a man now? You know, and that's the thing. See, these women think they just gonna be able to jump into the arms of any man. You gonna be sadly mistaken because those men ain't gonna be logical thinkers. They gonna be like women. You know, somebody can grab this. Well, I think it's Isaiah 19. It say that Egypt shall be like women. I get it. If brothers got precepts, y'all got it.
This that Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Yep. So the prudent man foreseeth the evil and they hide themselves. Like this woman know all hell gonna break loose. Know that America gonna. You saying all hell gonna break loose? You know America gonna go to shit. You know what I'm saying? And why you ain't hide yourself? which that's what a woman should do. You know, if you had an understanding that our hair gonna break loose, you should be seeking the man of the Lord. You should be repenting, turning back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai first and foremost, and a woman turning back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is getting back in order up under the man. You know, that's the raw and simple to it, the straight and skinny. If a woman turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, she should be seeking a husband. You know,
I got one for you.
you got it.
Con. Isaiah 32 and 9, verse 9. Rise up, ye women.
Start at the top of it.
Verse 1.
Yeah.
Con. Isaiah 32, 1. Behold, king shall reign in righteousness and shall rule on justice.
Hold on. Let me see where it's actually.
Verse 2.
Okay. Yeah, you can stay. Yeah.
Verse 2. And a man shall be as a place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as the water place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Yeah, so this ain't speaking about any man. You know, a man gonna be as a hiding place from the wind. You know, this ain't speaking about any man. This speaking about the Lord's men, the flock of the Lord's pastor. Get that. Somebody grab before you get your point. I got a few precepts going into this. Somebody get yeah, it's Ezekiel 34 and 31. Somebody grab Isaiah 13 and 12.
This is Ezekiel 34, 31. And ye, the flock of my pasture, are men. I am your God, saith the Lord Yahweh. So the Lord is dealing with men,
Yep.
and he's going to the elect through men.
Yep. And this how the women go. The women that's delivered out of Babylon, that's how they gonna be saved through men. Through not any man, the men of the Lord. See what the Lord did in Egypt in the ancient world. He's not gonna save all the Israelites. So you ain't gonna be able to cleave to any nigga running around, man. No, you're gonna have to get down with the true men. Or you gonna be left here and you're gonna die. You're gonna suffer. You're gonna get raped. And if you don't have a man of the Lord, your ass getting raped. That's gonna be the first thing happen to you. You know, that's gonna be one of the first things that befall you women. Rape, second starvation. You know, third cannibalism. You're gonna get ate, man. You're gonna get cannibalized. Fourth torture because of how you women acted or in these times we living in now, all this proud behavior, all this shitting on men. You know, men, it's gonna be some men that don't even want no cat. They just gonna want to terrorize your motherfucking ass, man. You know. But I got one real quick. This the book of Psalms chapter 5. I start at 11. They say, but let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. It say, let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. And this was gonna make a man more precious than which we finna get. This gonna make a man of the Lord to be sought after. You know, this was gonna make us a hot commodity in that day. It's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and his protection, man. His standard being lifted, him being with us, man, through the trials and tribulations. Oh, somebody can grab that wisdom and knowledge. It's gonna be the stability of our time. We keep going to say, because thou defendest them. It say, let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. It say, for thou wilt bless them in righteousness. With favor wilt thou compass them as with a shield. Yeah, so with favor in the times that's coming, when shit hit the fan, the Lord is gonna compass us as a shield, man. You know? See, the hedge is gonna be lifted off the world, and it's gonna stay around the Israelites, man, the true believers of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the true worshipers, the true men, and those that fall up under those men that the Lord called and chose. Lord willing, we're part of that number, because the scriptures say, "Then shall you know who are my chosen when our hell break loose." You gonna know who the Lord chosen is by the favor that's shown to those men. You know,
I got the
but that
wisdom and knowledge.
you got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. It say, hold on. You want me to start? Well, hold on. I'm start at 5. It say, the Lord Yahweh is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength
Yep.
of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure.
Yep. So this what men gonna need to be sought after by women. They gonna need that wisdom and knowledge. So the men who gonna be that woman saying she gonna need a man, you ain't gonna need any man. And the point that you know that you need a man and you ain't seeking a true man of the Lord, go to show you where your mind at. You really a wicked woman. So you just gonna throw that pussy all around the earth right now, that box all around the earth right now, and then when our hell break loose, you just gonna come jump on the bandwagon? Huh? Please. You know, we gonna be able to, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we gonna be able to see through women like that, man. You know?
Uh,
And the Lord go have us to where you can't get down. This ain't for you.
yep,
You know, we don't want you. You
yep,
know, you want to wait till our hell break loose now. Your brother's deprived, got to do down there everything. Ain't got to help me. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Got to do everything by yourself. Then you want to come get down when it's gonna benefit you? Nah, baby girl, it ain't gonna work like that. You know?
Hey, that logic thinking there is gonna be magnified in that day.
Yep.
Because shit, we already know that shit, y'all don't want us right now.
Yep.
But when all hell break loose, shit, you trying to find any and every man you run across, you know.
Yep. And these regular men, they ain't gonna have that wisdom and knowledge. That's gonna be their stability. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. I'm on it. This Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 6. It say, ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands upon his loins as a woman in travail? This not gonna be the men of the Lord. This ain't gonna be the believers. We ain't gonna be like women with our hands on our loins as a woman in travail. Why? Because we have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. We have the names of the Lord. You know, we repent, we call on the Lord, we doing what's pleasing to the Lord while it is yet day. We working at work while it's yet day. We bidding those to the marriage. You know, we what is called pushing we put our hands to the plow. We doing the work now and keeping the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. We doing these things now, so we kissing the sun. So when our hell break loose, we have favor. We know what's gonna happen, man. We ain't gonna be like these other men, all these niggas who think they high value, mighty men, all these different men who think they just got it figured out. They got this world conquered. They the hunks of the earth amongst women. They gonna be like these. That's gonna be them. They gonna be like women with their hands on they loins, like women in travail, man. It's saying all faces turn into paleness. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. but he shall be saved out of it. Who gonna be saved out of the elect man? Who gonna be made like fine gold? Who gonna, you got it though.
Just backing you up, man. Cause that great day is the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord's return. But this is Zephaniah 1:14, straight to the point. It say the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteneth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
Yep.
Backing up what you said, so all these, tough guys, proud guys, guys that are heavily armored and all that, they gonna cry bitterly in that day, man.
Yeah, nigga know how to start a fire from scratch.
Right.
He down there with the rocks. He got camping skills and can shoot a bow and arrow and clean a deer and all this old shit.
Yeah, wearing camouflage, armor fatigue,
Yep.
proudly and shit. Got the little face paint and shit. Or I can camouflage the wheels and shit.
A lot of the niggas who these women want, they don't even know how to do. They don't even know how to do that. We talking about real men who know how to. Most men who women want and attracted to, them niggas can't even change their goddamn tire if it go flat, man. They have no manly attributes about themselves, man. All nigga do is TikTok. Nigga get up and sway his hips on the TikTok challenge, man. That's what these niggas who these women want do, man.
I got a quick one, if I may.
You got it.
Con 2 16. This back in y'all 16 and verse 34. It says, "In the war," I'm gonna start at 33.
Yeah.
The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars, bridegrooms be destroyed. Husbands shall perish of famine.
Yeah. So a lot of men finna die. So these women who currently have men, because it say in famine, what it say? In famine, they husbands gonna
Perish.
perish and die in the wars. So a lot of women, who have men, they husbands gonna die in the times we coming into. Why? Because they ain't turned back to Yahweh Hashem. Ultimately, they wasn't a part of that. That the elect, they weren't called. They weren't called and chosen. We hope we called and chosen, but they wasn't even called. They'll be in the military. Niggas sent way goddamn across the ocean and shit. Sent to Venezuela, sent to the Middle East, sent to these different battlefields. Niggas gonna be getting their ass spanked in the streets of America in civil unrest. Nigga gonna jump up and run. Well, we finna go loot too. Shit, I'm gonna go steal some shit too. Shit, everybody else doing it. Guy ain't gonna come home. And the wars, these people gonna be taken out, man. These men gonna be taken out. And we gonna have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be prudent and stay away from different shit like that. We know better than to go loot and taking shit, because them big loops gonna turn to blood baths, man.
And shit, not only that, what use would we have for it,
Exactly. Even going to loot groceries, we ain't gonna be doing none of that, man. Why? Because we know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna provide and protect us, man. And that's breaking the commandment. You stealing. you going in the store because all hell breaking loose and taking them folks shit. That's called stealing, man. That's theft. That's a sin, man. But these people are lawless, so they ain't gonna know no better. They gonna go steal anyway. Well, it ain't a sin unto death, but still, it's a sin. All in all, it's a sin, and we know better not to steal. We gonna let the Lord provide for us, man. Now, when all hell done breaking loose, and city of ghost town, and you stumble across a store and there's stuff in it, hey, shit, we gonna get it then, but we ain't gonna go in the midst of the chaos and risk our lives. You know, you keep going in that Isaiah 32.
Con. Isaiah 32. Select it once. In verse. You want me to jump up or you get to verse 3?
Yeah, you can jump. You can jump to where you was gonna go. The point was on verse 2.
Okay. It says, verse 2, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from fish, as rivers of water, and a place as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
So, well, keep going. Keep going in it.
It says, verse 3, and the eyes of them that see shall not be dimmed, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken.
What's gonna be the men of the Lord, the elect of the nation of Israel? Our eyes ain't gonna be dim in this dark time. Now our ears we gonna be able to hear so we can hearken unto the Lord, man. You got it up.
Con. Verse 4, the heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammers shall be ready to speak plainly.
You keep going.
Verse
Which
5.
you can jump to your point because this going to Esau now.
Okay.
And that verse before that's talking about this, you know.
Con. Verse 9, jumping to verse 9 says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters.
Yeah.
Give my speech.
Yeah, and that proves that she's at ease at the moment. And she said, see, women don't understand that up underneath this, up underneath Babylon, the West, you have the police force. So that's you have freedom to gad abroad and do whatever you want because you have protection. Through what? The police force, the court system, all these different things. But when those things are taken away, then you gonna be like, damn, I need a man. You know, then you gonna understand that you need a man of the Lord. You know, um,
Shalom, my game, y'all, Bashem, y'all, Shabbat
Shalom, how about some else, bro?
Shalom, Yabashim Shabbat.
Shalom. Shabakata.
Yeah, but the point of her saying that she need a man when all hell break loose go to show what her mind is. She gonna frolic frolic around until all hell break loose.
Mm-hmm.
And that ain't no good. Those ain't good words to say. You all at Hunter House and doing this and doing that, but when all hell break loose, you gonna jump in a man arm. Nah, bitch, you gonna die, man. We gonna turn you around. You know, because if you have that understanding, that knowledge, you need to be, seeking a man before all hell break loose, doing what's pleasing to the Lord before that happened, man. And what's pleasing to the Lord, what a woman can do that's pleasing to the Lord is serve a man, be a pillar of rest to her husband. You know, because we have heavy load. The men of the Lord have heavy load. We ain't complaining though, because we gonna bear the indignation of the Lord because we sinned against him, and we know the what it is, how all the hell we catching, it ain't gonna be worthy to compare to what's coming for us, man. It's gonna be well worth it. You know why these women out here like that one song, girls just want to have fun. They want to just have fun and not be bothered. Not stand behind and be that pillar of rest to men of the Lord. Guess what? They finna be them same women when all hell break loose running scared. This lady, they was in a fucking haunted house, and they was scared. So imagine what they gonna be when it's real life, live action, man. You know, like in the military when they go through them different special op trainings and shit when it be live ammo. Yeah, this shit finna be live, man. You know, it's gonna be live in effect, real horror. A
Con,
time like no other since man dwelled upon the earth. Not
con,
only as far as violence, but also horror. You know, the Lord doing things that not been seen. You know, teeth of wild beasts, newly created creatures, apparitions, ghosts, as they call it. You know, the spirit realm being opened up to this world. So-called UFOs. We talking about a real house of horrors, man. Goosebumps ain't got nothing on this. What that one movie, Tales from the Hood?
yeah.
Got it.
The Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, the Crypt Keeper. They ain't gonna have nothing on this, man. Goosebumps.
Yeah, I got one.
You got it.
This is Job 39:17. Because Yahweh Shemi Hawashai have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding.
Yep.
You know, because hey, like you were saying, you know, it'll be a good thing for you to find you know, a man that's doing the work of the Lord. You know, a man that's trying to be covered during these horrific times we're approaching.
Yep.
All right, but she, you know, on here constantly making TikTok videos like it's all a game, but this is really actually finna, you know, happen.
Yep.
Okay, your purge movies ain't gonna have none on this.
Oh, yep, that's another one. Purge.
Your Jasons, your Freddy Krueger,
Pretty cool.
your Michael Myers, your Chucky's,
Scream.
Scream. I know what you did last summer. When a stranger called, you know, all these things, man. What's
Shit,
finna
Final
happen?
Destination.
Yeah, Final Destination. It's been the top all the scariest movies, you know, that anybody can think of, man.
Rewind the video up so we can replay it in the head one more time. Not all the way back, but just to the point where she was talking. Well, this the video from the Elder Muwatazak over there in the West Coast. If anybody want to watch it, I think it's GMS Muwatazak Button Gad. You go watch this video. You got to do it.
All right, and we're gonna get the scriptures to prove it. But first, let's listen to this woman here explain why when shit hits the fan, she's gonna need a man.
Receive a lot of backlash for this shit, but so I may receive a lot of backlash for this shit, but
Pause real quick. Like, why would you receive backlash for saying? And that's why the Lord say for the turning of things, how it go, gonna be steamed as the potter's clay. You shall turn everything upside down. Why would you receive backlash from a woman needing a man? This simple mathematics. 1 + 1 = 2, man. You know, the man is stronger than the woman. If that wasn't the case, then why we can't goddamn dunk on your motherfucking ass and put the boxing gloves on and hit you in your face, man? Or just whoop your ass in general and not go to jail for it. You call the police, the man going to jail because he done goddamn one upside your head. You got it.
it's the honest to God truth, and sad that I gotta say this shit, but ladies, when shit hits the fan, or you're gonna need a man. It is inevitable that you're gonna need one. Y'all peep this
Pause
shit.
again. So like, she said it's sad that she gotta say this. Why is it sad? I was listening to her like this shit me motherfucker through, man. Like I say, she going living her life, but when our hair break loose, she gonna want to come get under the, you know, this gonna be just what she doing is what men doing in the world. They gonna try to seek the Lord when it's too late. Nah, it's too late to goddamn want to be with out because that's our man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's our hood. We seeking him now. And that's what men gonna do. Who know, even men who know they Israelites, they gonna want to get under the true doctrine, really get under Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai when it's too late, man. Want to yeah, the mark of the beast is the microchip, nigga. We've been telling you that. Now you see it because they got the station up and you third in line. You know, now you get it.
Cool.
You got it.
I had a precept right quick for you,
So,
brother. Let me go ahead and precept right quick just to back you up. This Psalms 110:3. Somebody just sound like I'm echoing. This Psalm 110:3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness, from the womb of the morning thou hast the dew of thy youth. But the point is, in the day of the Lord's wrath, then, like you said, then people gonna be wanting to serve the Lord, but it's gonna be too late, man. Because all hell break loose. Cause get what? Grace period gonna be out of here. Now it's time for you to have sheer faith in which you didn't have from the get-go.
Yep. And like you say, that people gonna be willing in the day of that power because that power coming. And who
Yep.
it's gonna come to?
Man
The
on
men,
Lord.
the Israelite men, the true men of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. From who? Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That power gonna come, and then people gonna be willing. Oh, out here, this is gonna be the worst time ever. You know, since man was on the earth, and they gonna see that power oozing off the men who believe in Yahweh, the true men of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, who call on his name, who keep the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of their abilities, who teach the truth in its truest and purest form, man. Not wavering and cash ups all over the bottom. Cash up, Zelle, and Vimo. Nigga got every goddamn payment method you can think of.
He take EBT too.
Yeah, tap. You know, you got it up.
Only reason why I say when shit hits the fan, we're gonna need a man. The reason why I say that is because I went to a lot of haunted houses this year, and each and every time I went to a haunted house with me and my my best friend Brianna, every time we went to a haunted house, we noticed that in a scary situation, men are
Real
more
quick,
logical thinkers.
lock it out. Something that came to mind because we always speak about this, and this something that Elder 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 in Dallas, Elder I know her name, but I just don't know her right now. Lock it, Elder. Elder somebody help me out. Not Elder Ariella.
Yes, Lord.
Elder Yasawamba. He always say this. The women through the terror, you know, our hair breaking loose, we gonna get our women. We gonna get our women back, you know, but it's gonna take terrors, you know, to come in the earth for these women to get right. And like you got the precept, the Lord then impart unto the woman wisdom and understanding. So it's gonna be forms of mercy showed to women. Women ain't gonna be saved because they can break down, you know, the scriptures. That ain't how a woman gonna be saved. You gonna be saved by serving a man, by being a pillar of rest, because it ain't your job to teach anyway. All you need to know how to do is serve your man. That's all you need to know how to do. And of course, through serving your man, you gonna learn the scriptures. You gonna learn more. Why? Because he served the Lord, man. That's gonna be second nature. Women automatically take on the ways of the man who they dealing with, who they in love with, and dealing with, you know, and who they following and trusting in. So they gonna take on your ways anyway. So calling on the name of the Lord, that's gonna come naturally. You know, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, that those things gonna come. So like, but I just thought about because she said what she said, her and her friend, and they both came to the conclusion when shit hit the fan, they gonna need a man. And we say this, that's what Isaiah 4:1 come into play. You know, on this side, it ain't gonna happen in the king. It's gonna happen in the kingdom for sure, but it's gonna happen on this side first. You got it though.
Than women, and that's just me being real. Because when we first started hitting up haunted houses, we started to notice girls act on emotions. We act on being scared. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the men, they'll be like, okay, I know that this is scary, but let's logically think this shit through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because each and every haunted house I have been to, like, let's say if I was in the front, I will always have a man come in front of me. Like, perfect example, when I went to that one that had the 3 floors and shit like that, if it was not for that man being in front of me, I wouldn't have had noticed that there was a damn cliff right there. There was a cliff. There was nothing there. If I would have kept going, my drunk ass would have just kept going. I would have failed. Like, first of all, why the fuck is that even in the goddamn attraction? Like, men are logical.
Just what she just said, 2 Timothy 2 and verse 14 and 15, it says, and Adam, I'm gonna start at 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, charity, and holiness, sobriety. So just like, oh, you got it out.
Oh, you break it down.
Just like Eve was deceived, and like the brother brought out the precept, the Lord in Job 5, the Lord did not impart wisdom to the woman. She was made to follow the man. And it said that she will be saved in childbearing. Like this woman is coming to the conclusion and realization of, man, she need a man, but not just any man, the elect man. It says if she continue with sobriety, self-control, man, you know, being in order. That's it, Slut.
Thinkers. So that's why I started thinking, you know, if women are not logical thinkers just going through haunted houses, how are we going to react when shit hits the fan for real? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, now this is just me speaking from myself and me speaking from my experience. And my best friend Brianna, we both agreed on this shit. I don't know if other women is gonna agree to it, because some of y'all are badasses and y'all logical thinkers just like me. You heard me. Not my black ass. I'm gonna need a man, okay? Because I am not a logical thinker when I'm scared. When I'm scared, bitch, I'm running. And that's only because of the fact, like, because we went to one haunted house and it was a maze. And it was a group of girls. Had it been a man in that group, we would have made it through that maze. We would have made it through the whole 30 minutes of that bitch. But because it was a group of girls, we got scared, we acted on emotions, we ran to the other side, and then we thinking that, is a good area, come to find out it's the damn exit. So with that being said, I don't know. When shit hits the fan, to all you strong women, be strong. Me, I need a man.
Yeah. Which she needs to be seeking a man now. She'll need to be waiting out here, Berkeley. So she needs to be. You at the realization of that now. You need to be seeking them, and hopefully she see all these videos that's being made, and she like, oh shit, we Israelite, and repent, you know, because at least she acknowledging that she gonna need a man, you know. But you got it.
Yeah, I got one. This because a bunch of women trying to lead women. It's Luke 6 and 39, and he spake a parable unto them Can the blind lead the blind?
So,
Shall they not both fall into the ditch? That's why you're gonna need an elect man, because the elect man gonna have foresight, man. He gonna have that eyesight. He gonna be prudent. He gonna look well towards it going before he even get there. You know, that's why men are the leaders and these women are the followers. Somebody echoing real bad. But yeah, that was it on that. Just straight to the point. It's still echoing. Somebody needs to mute. Yeah. Whoever muted theirs, that probably was her dog, y'all. Come in him in the same house.
my echo. I mean, talk now.
Yeah. It stopped. Okay. That was it though. Straight to the point. Because a lot of blind women ain't nobody lead nobody to the exit. They was just running to all fucking dead ends.
Yep. So they just ran backwards and ran to where they came in. It goddamn.
Hey, look, the exit is straight ahead, but they running like they in a fucking maze.
Yep, running to the walls and shit, tripping over each other, screaming.
Yep.
But I got one too. This Micah chapter 7, in verse 9. It say, "And I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me," going into those the men, the believers, "and he will bring me forth to the light." So showing that vision, we're gonna be able to see. We can see, like we can see now. We had a vision. We had a light. You know, in a dark place, in a weird land, so we can see the path before us. You know, and these women, they gonna be like blind. They gonna be blind. And if a woman leading a woman, it's gonna be the blind leading the blind. It ain't gonna be no strong woman when the shit hit the fan. All these tough He-Man hoes gonna get trodden underfoot, man. And we gonna get it say, and we gonna bear the indignation of the Lord because we sinned against him. All the hell we catching, not having our women just jumping up and leaving, despising us. You know, that's the indignation of the Lord. Why? Because we fucked up. Us being underneath these heathen ruling the earth. These are ours. This is the effect of not following the instructions of our power, man. So we can't complain too goddamn bad. Sometimes you gotta tell you, hey, shut the fuck up and suck it up and deal with it, man. Why? Because we got ourselves in this situation. Why? Because we went out. And that's the same thing we're gonna tell the heathen when we kicking every last one of they motherfucking ass. Shut the fuck up and deal with it. Because y'all went off. You know?
Pull yourself up by the
Y'all
bootstrap.
be punished, man. Let me finish this. It say until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. It say he will bring me forth unto the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. It say then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. So it ain't gonna be that simple as just waiting the shit hit the fan, and then oh shit, the shit is everywhere now. You know, it done hit the fan and shit all over the goddamn place. Like that movie Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
It's shit everywhere. They shit it all over the walls, shit on the toilet, the shower curtain, in the tub. What were you doing? You know? That's how these women gonna be. The shit gonna hit the fan, and they gonna see it and say, "Then she that's my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her." What which saith unto me, "Where is the Lord thy power?" Yeah, because things are fine and dandy. These people, they can move how they want. They can, they can call the police if you get the, talking loud and shit. You know, shit get too crazy. They can call 911. Paramedics on the way, and they can call their brothers and cousins and daddies and uncles and shit.
You got the good Samaritans.
Yeah,
Ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, the super Captain Kurtz. You know, I don't want to say that name, but I'm gonna say it. That inside joke. You know, you got this super save a whole nigga come through and goddamn don't that's a female ass nigga. It say and shall cover her, which I mean, so and Shane shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the street. So it's women with the mindset, oh, I'm gonna turn to the Lord when all hell break loose. But nah, what you saying before this shit was going on? Where's the Lord? Y'all been saying the Lord was coming since my grandmama, all that old crazy shit, man. You know, but when shit actually get to popping off, and you see the favor on the man of the Lord, then you're gonna try to get down, but it's gonna be too goddamn late, man. That's all I say.
Like the precept that correct as I brought out Isaiah 32. Rise up, ye careless women that are at ease, you know. Here it is, she at ease, you know, she hitting up many hundred houses and stuff, and she drunk, and she could have fell to her death at that cliff, you know.
Yeah, like the scripture say, getting out a wicked woman, liberty to get abroad. And say a brother was to get a woman like that, you probably say, hey, you ain't doing all that shit no more. Shit. They be gonna cuss you out, man. You probably have to, you know, box this bitch. Nigga, who you talking to get butt like that? Nigga, who you talking to? What the fuck? You know, I'll get harder than you, goddamn. You know, you gotta put the bitch on the head, bitch scratch you up and shit. I mean, Lord finna fuck these women up, man. And it's gonna be a beautiful day when our hell break loose. Why? To bring pride gonna cease in the earth. And that's the problem with modern day women. They full of pride. And they think they fucking untouchable, man. These hoes really think they gods and goddesses, man. You know? But you can switch it over to the next video out. But brother, you know, we keep rambling, but we don't play that video too because these gonna be the type of women gonna be saved, little young, sexy little things, you know. Brother got it.
Let me grab that precept right quick. Be straight to the point. It says, Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate. So you got to get rid of that pride, man. Like you say, they probably saying to themselves, well, when all hell break loose, that will not get right. But that's proud, man. That's a proud ass thing because what make you think that's in your life?
Hey, that's why she mentioned that she was sorry. That's why she mentioned she was sorry to say that. Because the bitch proud, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting from it. She was saying she saw her because she basically a feminist. Women live, you know.
She broke the womanly code when she
said. But I don't want to have to tell y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't you know? I know y'all ain't gonna like what I'm finna say, but I'm sorry. I gotta tell y'all, I'ma need a man. I'm giving up. Fuck all it. That's basically how she. That's why I said. That's why I had that.
Pendant code. What I meant.
Yep. The hose code. You got the rose code and the hose code.
God. I got precept real quick, Becky. First Timothy 5 and verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth.
Yeah, I was drunk and I was all about to walk off the cliff. And if that man wouldn't have been there to jump in front of me, I would have walked off the cliff.
Dang.
Dumbass.
That was it.
Let me see. Let me get this because she say she gonna need a man. We've been talking about women saying they gonna need a man. Let's get this Jeremiah 51 and 30. It reads, "The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. And Babylon is speaking about America. It say they have remained in their holds. It said their might have failed. It say they became as women and have burned her dwelling places, and her bars are broken, which just going into the war and all here, the nuclear destruction and all that. But hey, before the nuclear destruction, when Jacob's trouble hit, these men gonna be like women, man. Why? Because they ain't gonna have Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and their heads gonna be removed, and it's gonna be very, very dangerous in the earth. And people gonna be getting played with apparition, teeth of wild beasts. You gonna peek out the window, be walking down the street, and you gonna see a nigga running from a literal actual bear, man. You gonna hear, and that bear gonna stand up and chase their ass. They gonna be howling ass,
Yep.
Let me keep going. I got another one. I think this Jeremiah jumping to verse 37 and say, a sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, which we know is Babylon, and that sword that ultimate sword is the nuclear missiles, man. And they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. Yep. So that sword is coming, but before that sword, that ultimate sword come, the Lord gonna terrorize this place in all different manners and fashions of the worst possible horrors that you can speak of. And the ultimate plague that's gonna consume this place is the thermonuclear missiles. It ain't gonna be nothing more scarier than the missiles screeching and screaming across the skies, man. Headed this way. Will it look like the stars are finna fall upon you, man? Millions of them. It's gonna be a scary sight, man.
That's exactly what those stars falling off.
Right.
That was all on it. I got some many presets. We got most of. You can play that video. These the type of women the Lord gonna have preserved for us. And I ain't just saying and look, we get it. Look not upon her because of her beauty, because the girl, she cute, and the Lord, I ain't saying he talking about it. No, we ain't saying that. The Lord gonna deliver who he gonna deliver, whether you cute or not. Guess what? When you get them new bodies, when you change, the Lord gonna make you cute. Our women bad built and ugly and not, top tier is because of the curses. Just like us, we ain't perfect, men. Hairline gone and shit, teeth fucked up. Shit. So we ain't perfect, Yeah, but guess what? When the kingdom comes, we gonna be made perfect. So it ain't about I'm kind of big or I'm bad built. Nah, that's part of the curses, man. Those are the curses we suffering. In the kingdom of heaven, every Israelite is gonna be extremely handsome for the men, and the women gonna be drop dead, jaw dropping gorgeous, man.
Be fine.
Fine, perfect. We all gonna be perfect, man. Perfect beings. Shit, I got this one. I'm about to go grab real quick. This Ezekiel chapter 34 and verse 31 to say, and ye the flock of my pastor are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord Yahweh. So the Lord is dealing with the men, with his men. He's not dealing with the woman. I think I got this brother brought out that wisdom and knowledge, not wisdom and knowledge. The Job, where it say the Lord then deprived her of wisdom and didn't impart unto her understanding. You know, just going to show the Lord not really dealing with the woman like that. Now, do you have women who believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai? You have the elect lady, of course. This video ain't, we ain't bashing women on the video. We just saying what it is, man. Because you got women and sisters who are part of this, you know, ministry who, you know, with brothers are beautiful women. You don't see them much, you ain't gonna hear from them much. But when you see certain of these women, you're like, damn, you know, not like that. I'm saying you saying like, damn, this woman in order. She quiet, you know, you don't hear, you know, you barely gonna know she there.
Gone.
And what she gonna be doing? Every time I serving her man. You know, which is a beautiful sight to see.
Shit, yeah.
But you can play that.
Are you single?
Yes.
Do you think dating gets easier as you age, or is it going to get harder?
I feel like it might get harder, but I feel like it would be easy for me. I don't know.
How so?
Because I'm not like these typical girls that are out here showing naked. I'm very like housewife material. I have discernment. Yeah.
What would you say makes you a good housewife, though?
I would say I would listen to my man. Like, I would be there for him. I feel like that's an answer that every woman gives, but in reality, I am very like, my man leads, I follow.
He says, we're leaving Miami because I have a better job in Minnesota. You're going with him.
Definitely, yes, that's my man. I'm gonna go with him.
If he told you, I don't like what you're wearing today, it's a little bit too provocative, you would change for him.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm not even comfortable wearing shorts.
If he told you Lisa isn't the best influence in your friend group, you should probably spend less time with her, you'd listen to him.
Yes, because they're not around my friends as much as I am, so they're able to see things I cannot see.
So where do you think so many women get lost in the, I'm an independent girl and I just don't need a man in my life?
I think it's the internet. The internet has changed women into believing that they can do things on their own, and they can they don't need to listen to a man until they're in their mid-30s and buying their own drink and realizing, well, damn, I should have gotten that man when I was in my mid-20s.
How old are you?
Yeah, and that's the pretty much point. Look, elder brother, I'm a little boy. That's a little short from his page. He was like, "Damn, this AI," because she gave some good answers. You know, in all actuality, do she need work and things can be cleaned up and polished up, and you know, of course. But for the most part, she's obedient. She willing to be obedient to her husband. You know. And the Lord gonna have women like this preserved for brothers. So, hey, at the end of the day, man, fuck a motherfucker who don't want to get right, man. Because the Lord got somebody get Isaiah 4:1. Starting verse 3 at the end of Isaiah 3. Because this is what's coming to the men who, you know, Lord willing, we're part of that number, the true servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's gonna be loads of women gonna come, you know, and to us, man.
I got it.
You got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4.
Go to chapter 3.
Oh, sorry. This is the book
Let
of
me
Isaiah,
get that.
chapter 3, and where?
Start at
Isaiah 4, verse 3.
well, we're gonna get 4. We're gonna start in start at 16 and verse 3. Because this is the mindset of majority of our women, man. You know, look at a nigga bitch who don't have Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, who don't have a man of the war, who you know, sexy rich and These are they leaders: Sexy Red, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. It's them. You got it. They
Isaiah
really.
chapter 3, verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet.
Motherfuckers was proud, man.
Therefore, the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their calls, and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings.
Going to show you that the woman was decked out back then, man. But it's gonna come back. It's coming back. Don't worry. You know, that's why I say, like, hey, the Lord did all these things to us, and our women was decked out. And now look at them. They decked out what? They got eyelash goddamn long as your finger. You know, makeup thicker than goddamn. You know, look like they put some goddamn
Clay.
Clay. Yeah, clay. You know, a face mask on their shit, a makeup, contacts. You know, fingernail, fake ass fingernails, stretching goddamn curled up. You know, all this crazy shit. Weave. You know, all that. You got it.
Isaiah 3 and 21. The rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink,
Yeah,
and instead of
that's why. You know, a lot of time when you deal with black women, they gonna have that stench. You know what I'm saying? Majority, like the white women I came across, no bullshit. They ain't stink. I ain't trying to be funny. They didn't cat don't have no smell, man. Not even a little mush smell. You know, and you know they sexually active. Ain't like they virgins or nothing like that. It just I ain't gonna say every woman. I ain't had that many white girls, but the ones that I came across, I ain't smelled nothing, man. But in the kingdom, I mean, but in the past, guess what? Our women smelled, you know, amazing down there. You know, it ain't nothing like a woman that smell real good, man. Like not I'm talking about a box. I'm talking about just that aroma. Like when you come across, she got on some smell good. She just smell good.
Yep.
Them pheromones, it make you wanna grab up.
Is that natural scent?
You know, I'm talking about your woman. You know, make you want to do something to it, man. It arouse you. But that's why we had different practices as Israelites. The women before when they was around that marriageable age. That's what they was doing, especially if they was betrothed. They were prepared, soaking in oils and different things of that nature, man. You know, different flowers and you know central oil. You know, that's how it was in Israel, and our women smelled great. But the Lord says, "Better with smell, good smell. You gonna make them stink, man." Reread that.
Isaiah 3 and 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness.
Yep, and that's the nigga woman, man.
Mm.
Let her take that goddamn snatch that bonnet off her head and watch you goddamn you finna go to war with a bitch, man. If you snatch that bonnet off her head, you might well put your fucking dukes up, cause she finna goddamn or the wig. You can snatch either or. You can snatch the bonnet off, or just snatch that goddamn 22-inch goddamn weave, goddamn that shit come off. What the hell go goddamn be so motherfucking mad, man?
Shit, that shit 50 and talk all the way down to
That
that.
bitch up off you, man.
That shit 50 and talk all the way down to that.
Yeah. You gonna need help. Well, you take that bitch shit out.
It's going right up.
Shalom, how about some y'all shall break down?
Shalom, y'all got some extra birthday.
Yeah, that's a good precept to go with that that Isaiah 3, the end of it. It say, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. It say, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? It say, my eyes shall behold her, now she shall be trodden down as the mire in the streets, man. And that's what was going on. Our women being trodden down, definitely finna be trodden down like the mire in the streets. The Lord ain't finna play with a motherfucker, man. But you got it.
Isaiah 3. Isaiah 3, 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair,
Yeah,
baldness.
it say instead of a girdle, a rent, because a girdle would, if you put a girdle on, it's gonna straighten you up, squeeze that stomach in and shit, But they not saying that they actually had on girdles, which they probably did, but they gonna be able to fit in the girdle real good. You know what I'm saying? But a girdle just that Coke bottle shape. Instead of that Coke bottle shape, bitch, like a figure glass bag, a rent. Motherfucker, all bad built shit everywhere, man. Rolls and shit. Through these curses we under those.
So why the shape shit busting open?
Huh?
So why the shape shit busting open?
Yep.
Busting out the seams.
Yep.
Like a
But those curses, man. Because the Israelite woman was just naturally bad, man. They ain't, that Esau gave you fast food, so women just sitting up and eating and shit, whatever. And they ain't serving no man. They ain't fetching pails of water and, being active constantly. So, yeah, these motherfuckers be through, man. Listen to the serpent. Now look at you, built like a goddamn. Let me stop. You got it.
Isaiah 3 and 24 again.
25. You go 25.
25 kind.
Yep.
Isaiah 3 and 25. Says,
well. Finish the end where it say she will. Get straight back to where you left off there instead of girdle and rent.
Isaiah 3 and 24 going down. It says, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty.
Yeah, you're gonna be ugly, man. That's why it's a lot of ugly Israelite women, Judah women, in for instance, because we went off, man. But the Lord is gonna change all this. We're gonna be restored. You got it.
Isaiah 3 and 25, it says, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war.
Yep, and they coming back. The men are finna die by the sword, and they gonna die mighty in the war, man. We got that in Isaiah 16 where it say the man gonna die in the streets and women gonna be and the bridegroom shall mourn having no husband, the women shall mourn having no the bridegroom shall mourn having no helpers and the women shall mourn having no husband. You got it.
Isaiah 3:26. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
Yep. Jump over to the next step. Keep it going.
Starting at Isaiah 4.
Yep. Read it all the way through.
Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Yeah, we go like we always get into, and that day 7 women, just a complete number. That ain't actual 7. You know, it could be 500 women to a brother. You know,
Sorry?
it might be 1,000 women to a brother. We don't know. We gonna see though. But a lot of people gonna die. But you know, and a lot of women gonna be saved for what? Childbearing, man, to bring forth seed. You know, Lord ain't gonna kill every, but there's gonna be more women than men that's gonna be destroyed, and there's gonna be more women than men that's gonna be saved. You know, because when we come off them ships and start enslaving them, you know, snatching these heathens up and putting them to work, hey, we gonna need some women. Every one of them gonna be pregnant before the year out, man. See, we gonna be where he gonna come to play with them. You know.
God. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 2. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth
Oh,
shall
Shalakia, reread one again. Shalakia.
come.
I want
Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be talking about take me to goddamn Ruth Chris. Somebody say an expensive ass restaurant. Shit. You know, they ain't gonna be saying these 5-star restaurants.
Noble. Noble.
Yeah, they ain't gonna want to get took to Dave and Buster's on these elaborate dates. They ain't gonna want to get flew to Jamaica. You had to take me out the country. Nah, bitch ain't gonna be hitting you with no crazy shit like that. She gonna say, hey, we'll take care of ourselves. Just, you know, let me be with you. I want to be with you. Well, look, sister, I got 10 wives right here. I got 10 women already. I don't need you. Please. I beg of you. You know. You got it.
Isaiah 4:2. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel.
Yep. And this go to show you that that's gonna be before the kingdom. It say 7 women gonna take hold of one man, saying we'll eat our own bread, wear our own apparel, and then shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious for those that escape of Israel, man. Reread verse 3, showing you that Isaiah 4:1 gonna take place in the near future, man. Could be the beginning of next year, midway through next year. You know, women start trying to cleave the brothers because they gonna start seeing, oh shit, it's over with for this place. You know, prices gonna keep going up. It's gonna get real out here, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get worse, not better. Remember that. You got it.
Isaiah 4:3. It's like it. Isaiah 4:2, right?
No, verse 3.
Isaiah 4:3. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. Damn. And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion and upon her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For
Which we
upon
know,
all
like, yeah, which we know that's going to the is going into when we in the kingdom. We gonna have the chariots and bullets. Lord saying we gonna make in every dwelling place a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. You know, you keep going to verse reread 6, like it. Where you was at?
Isaiah 4 and 5. Come on.
Yeah, cause like it. And
This
this
is
is in the kingdom. This is future prophecy. You got it.
Isaiah 4 and 5, it says, and the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion and upon her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day and the shining of a flaming fire by night.
I wonder if the heathen who the Lord say gonna have this kind of bliss. We need to call up the Genesis and ask them, how about, the heathen, they repent. They gonna get this too. They gonna take part in the promises that we gonna get, man.
Sure.
It's a lot.
It says, for upon all the glory shall be a defense.
Yep. The chariot.
Isaiah 4 and 6. And there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat, and for a place of refuge, and for a covert from storm and from rain.
Yep, and we know that it's speaking about the chariots because what the Lord said when He was delivering us out of Egypt, that the chariot led us by as a cloud by day, and a pillar of fire by night, man. So we can keep moving through Egypt. And that's the same thing the Lord gonna do in this time, man. The Lord gonna lead us through. I mean, He ain't gonna have to lead us through. That's the same thing Lord gonna do in this time, but that's how it's gonna be in the kingdom. We gonna have brothers gonna have chariots, man. Over their dwelling place for defense. So how the hell is God and may God gonna rise up against us, man? After 1,000 years and kidnap your house out. I'm adding that to it. But, the king, God and Magog, Putin great grandson that rose up and kidnapped King David. And now we gotta go save him. How that's gonna happen when we're gonna have all this protection upon the defenses of Jerusalem? It's gonna be, we're gonna have a defense over every dwelling place.
Spiritual power.
Yep, spiritual power, chariots. Because brothers gonna have more than one dwelling place, so we're gonna have more than one chariot. Obviously, we're gonna have variety. We're gonna be like the Lord. Same way the Lord like a variety, we gonna have the variety.
We're gonna have favorite everything.
Yep. We're gonna have our favorite chariot. We're gonna have chariots just everywhere, man. Palaces everywhere, man. Islands, but we're gonna have it all, man. And women ain't gonna be a topic because every Israelite man gonna have acres of women. 1,000 women gonna be an understatement for an immortal. It is, you ain't gonna die. All you got is 1,000 women, bro. What's wrong with you?
What?
You okay? You look at that bro like, is you all right, bro? Shit. You need some women. I got a few concubines And I got some daughters you can have. You tripping, you know?
Good.
But that's how it's gonna be in the kingdom, man. And we gonna be all righteous,
Yep.
men and women. And we gonna enjoy life, man. We gonna really see what it is to live. We ain't living right now. There's some bullshit, straight bullshit. You
Straight up.
got IUIC. Lord willing, we can do that tomorrow. So IUIC, they bought some land on that HOI. HOI first did it. I don't know whatever happened to they little plan. Man, look, man.
Mm.
You buying land and talking about you gonna build this and build. You know how long it take to build some shit?
What?
You in the mindset of chilling, man. We want out.
Yeah. Chit chat.
Having one righteous woman, that is depravity, man.
Chit
That's
chat.
bullshit. For real, because hey man, it's a blessing. But at the same time, the Lord want more for us, man.
Mm-hmm.
To have one woman. It's a blessing to have at least one woman, but shit, all in all, man, that's still some bull crap. Cause man, look, we real men, man.
Mm.
That's why they call us cheaters, so to speak. Because we want more than just one woman. That's just a part of our nature. Not that we being wicked and demons or not nothing. It ain't about we don't care about you. In which on this side right now in the time we in, just be, just chill. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need all these women right now. But the time gonna come where you gonna know what Isaiah 4:1 coming to place, because the woman you got, she ain't gonna be saying, oh, you want multiple women, motherfucker hit you with some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You got men who in the world, oh y'all like the multiple women. Man, let your woman tell you can't have, you can't be an Israelite because they talk about multiple women. Your woman tell you, oh no, you can't do that. And you man, get your simple ass out of here, man. You tripping. You gonna get destroyed because a simple precept that say we're gonna have more than one woman, which that time is coming. It's gonna approach sooner than later. And if a woman can't get with it, guess what's gonna happen? She gonna be like Lot wife. It's gonna be like off the road, gonna go off into the wilderness and get cannibalized or something, or freeze to death, whatever gonna happen. She gonna dwell in torments ultimately. Every woman gonna get down with this, whether they like it or not.
I got a quick precept for you. If I may.
You got it.
Sirach chapter 36 and starting at 24, pointing at verse 25. It says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest.
Yeah.
And where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled.
Yeah.
He that hath no
So real quick, it say what on no hedge is, the possession is spoiled. So guess what's gonna happen to you women? He that getteth a wife getteth a possession, and where there's no hedge, the possession gonna be spoiled. So these men out here, you women flocking to your NBA young boys and all these niggas, these TikTok niggas and Instagram influential niggas, and jumping and niggas hurdling and shaking niggas and shooting three. Y'all flocking to them niggas, but all them niggas ain't gonna have no heads about them. So guess what's gonna happen to they wives? They ass gonna be through. They gonna be through. So of course they women gonna be through. They finna be spoiled. The Lord finna test some shit up. I can't wait till the Lord just start judging motherfuckers so we can stop talking, man. Cause hey, when the mouth of the prophet stop, body go drop. We might have to remake that whole up. Yeah, you got it up.
That was it on that.
Anybody had anything up?
I got
Huh?
I got a precept.
You got it. Oh, somebody can get Isaiah. I got it. I get it. You got it.
13.
Okay, I remember it. It's the book of Ecclesiastes. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 1. Going back to a point from earlier. It says, "Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed.
Yeah.
I counsel thee to keep the king's commandment, and that in regard of the oath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Be not hasty to go out of his sight. Stand not in an evil thing, for he doeth whatsoever pleaseth him. Where the word of a king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, What doest thou?"
Yeah. And we have the word of the king. So it's power with us. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is with us, man. Yahushua as well. What 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I in the midst. And he was the word made flesh, man. So where the word of the king is, there's power, man. King of kings and Lord of lords. We straight. It's gonna be scary, but guess what? The Lord ain't give us a spirit of fear. And these women gonna see that. They gonna be like, damn, this nigga big and he can run and he can jump, but he crying, he scared, he don't know what to do. But look at that man over there. He got a beard, he ain't got no first line up. He wasn't it in the world, and he calm, cool, and collected. I want to be with him. That's how women gonna be thinking, man. You know.
Got precept for me.
You got it up.
Just to bet this for you. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 11.
Yeah, we'll close it out right here with this because that was all I had anyway. Who trying to get back in? Who that is? Oh, that was that video. Maybe.
Come.
No, Lockman got kicked.
Yeah, Con, I got kicked for a second.
You got it up.
Come. Isaiah 13 and verse 11, point in verse 12. Said, "And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir."
Yeah, that means valuable, man. You're gonna make a man very, very, very valuable. Not any man, but a man of the Lord.
Yep.
So women, you better get it. You better get your shit together, man. You know, and buy now.
And
buy now while it's available. Goddamn, and you women who have men of the Lord, you better hold on to that treasure. You know, that's your crown. You know, see, you better look at that true man of the Lord like he your crown salvation. That's how you gonna get out of here. You need to make his life as easy as you possibly can, so he can do what he gotta do for Yahweh Shem Yahushua first and foremost, and then for his household, man. Be able to go out and work and come home with a peace of mind, you know, and serve the Lord with his least, stress as possible when he get to the crib, man. Somebody had something. That was it. So Lord
I
will.
was gonna say, I'm gonna back because that man gonna be vain. He gonna have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. And he gonna have the fear of the Lord.
Yep.
So I got one.
Which is gonna be our trip.
Yep.
You got it.
Come straight to the point. Acts chapter 1 and verse 8. But ye shall receive power after that the Holy Spirit come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth.
And we those witnesses, Lord willing, we're part of that number. To Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in the uttermost parts of the earth, man. Proclaiming this gospel, this good news, you know. And we putting our lives on the line now. And some of us gonna soon die for this, man. But so be it. Fuck this shit. I'd rather be dead than goddamn in this digital prison that they gonna try to put the earth in, man.
Yep.
You know, nigga talking about carbon footprint, a social credit score. Man, fuck you and your social credit score.
No, that shit real.
You know,
Facts.
can't eat no more meat this month, nigga. Fuck you.
Well,
Why you flying around? Your dumb ass flying around in a PJ, in a private jet, and telling me I can't eat no more meat, nigga. Fuck you.
well,
When we get you motherfucking devils in captivity, man, we gonna show you something, man, and it ain't gonna be nothing nice.
right.
Are you fucking elite, you Rothschild, Rockefellers? Your time is almost up, boy. And we gonna put your ass in some fucking old, rusty, hot wooden slave ships, and we gonna ship you from continent to island to it's gonna be a new transatlantic slave trade, man.
Well,
You know, it's gonna be a new Sahara slaves. We gonna send your ass all through the planet except for America to serve captivity, man. Clean it up and build palaces and extract mineral. We gonna work your ass, man. And then we gonna put you in a fucking pit. Yo,
yes,
Rick,
Lord.
you never worked a day in your life. Guess what? You finna work now, boy.
Yes, Lord.
And we want you to goddamn get wrong. You know? Baboon gonna pop out and whoop your motherfucking ass.
Yes, Lord.
You gonna be subjugated to all kind of judgment. You gonna know what's go goddamn chastise your ass next. You know, motherfucker be terrified and live through every incident.
Yeah.
Be suffering like a motherfucker. Hey, the Lord finna fuck you people up, man, for what you done to His precious jewels, to the apple of His eye, man.
Yes,
But Lord,
Lord.
what this is edifying, we're gonna end to giving all honor and glory to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Bashim,
Badash. And double honor once again to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Rule well, then great example to his young brothers in truth, peace and blessings to the whole flick. Shalom, Kwame Yashala.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball. Shalom.